Hello, my name is Jim, and welcome to Baby Boomer Tales. You can find us at babyboomertales.com. Once you've landed on our webpage, there are links to places you can listen to our podcast, including Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our YouTube channel. You can write us at babyboomertales@gmail.com. How are you all doing today? I'm doing just great. Thank you for asking. Now for a new segment we call In Front of the TV. A couple months ago, we did a new segment called At the Movies. And I did one segment and I forgot about it. And I was listening to some old episodes the other day and that was on. I thought, why didn't I follow through? So I wrote it down. I put it in a spreadsheet. And so I'm either going to try to do In Front of the TV or At the Movies several times a month. Our first In Front of the TV is the TV show Monk. It started on the USA Network and ran for 7 years between 2002 and 2009. It had 125 episodes. Adrian Monk is an ex-cop turned private detective. He has an obsessive-compulsive disorder, and that kind of ruined his police career. Part of the show is he's always trying to get back with the police force. But he's a brilliant detective. He had 2 different assistants during the 7 years he was on, Sharona and Natalie. Tony Shalhoub is Adrian Monk. I hope I said his name right. It's a brilliant show. I really think it's one of my all-time favorites. It's something I would gladly sit through again, and maybe someday I will. But I've got to give it some time. It's been just a couple years since I saw the last one. You can find it wherever streaming services are. I was going to tell you which one you could find, but it may be on more than one. So I would highly recommend Monk. Our song of the week is The Tide is High by Blondie. This great song has a Jamaican feel to it, and it's probably because it was written by a Jamaican man named John Holt. It made number 1 in the US on the Billboard Hot 100 and also on the UK charts. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number 1. What I want to talk to you about today is common proverbs and wise sayings. On these, I didn't look up the true meaning or origin of the proverb or the wise saying. I just want to give you my take on it, which sometimes maybe lines up with the way it was intentionally meant, and maybe sometimes you'll just say, Jim, you're full of hooey. You're crazy. How did you get that out of that? That out of that, yeah. So let's begin this, and this shouldn't take but a little while. I'll try to be done as quickly as possible. A chain is no stronger than its weakest link. Isn't that the truth? You have to shore up your weak points to help your strong points. You can't let your weakness be exposed. You've got to be strong. Don't judge a book by its cover. Isn't that the truth? There's this one experiment this guy did. He was multi-millionaire. And he sat outside his office building dressed as a homeless man, just waiting for someone to show him some kindness. It was really an eye-opener for him. Every garden has some weeds. Failure teaches success. The most successful people in the world failed so many times. So many times. Henry Ford was a great example of that. Great minds think alike. That doesn't mean that if I think I have a great mind, you have to think just like me. That means, in my opinion, that you're always looking for possibilities. Possibilities. How can I turn this failure into something that's profitable, etc., etc. Hindsight is always 20/20. Ain't that the truth? You can learn from your mistakes. You should learn from your mistakes. That's the best way to learn. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And when I first wrote this down, I thought of my dad, but you know what? I don't think he ever used all that philosophy on me. You just do it and do it right, kid. So you don't have to do it again. Same thing. Laughter is the best medicine. To reverse that and flip it, to worry, to cry, to never see the sunny side of life will shorten your life for sure. Try laughing. Try, even if you have to watch some stupid YouTube video, if it's going to make you laugh. Money doesn't grow on trees. I've used that with my kids. I imagine most every parent has. All that's saying is money is harder to achieve than just some leaf falling off a tree. Necessity is the mother of invention. So often, I need this part and it doesn't exist. What can I do to make that happen? Opportunity seldom knocks twice. Strike while the iron's hot, or something like that. If you see an opportunity, seize it. Seize it now, before it's too late, before someone else does. Practice makes perfect. I spoke about my cornet, trumpet, hybrid musical instrument when I was a kid, and I hated to practice, and I was not any good at it at all. And the kids that practiced their horns turned out to be pretty good musicians. They really did. Whatever you do, practice, 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 practice. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you keep practicing, you'll get better. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Do not take out a loan. And your whole reason for doing it is just to pay the interest from another loan or whatever. Don't do that. Don't take something without a plan to get it back quickly. Silence is golden, but my eyes still see. Remember that song? I think it's by The Association. Silence is golden. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Remember that. United we stand, divided we fall. That's what this nation needs to do again, is stand united, stand strong. I just watched a Ken Burns documentary on the American Revolution. It was amazing. It was totally amazing. United we stand. Waste not, want not. Now this is a situation we have around the house. If some piece of produce goes bad, I don't throw a fit and I don't cause a fight, but there's a little bit of tension there. My wife eats more produce than I do. I exist on meat if I was left to my own devices. Although I like vegetables and fruits, it's fine. But once you start dealing with produce, you're going to have some spoilage. And it's hard for me to wrap my head around, and I wish I was better at it. You cannot unscramble eggs. It's like you can't unthrow a rock. Careful what you say, careful what you do, especially with those that you care about. A penny saved is a penny earned. My grandpa told me back when I was probably 14, 15 years old that once I got a job, try saving $5. $5 every time I got paid. That's a good start. Well, of course, I didn't listen to him, and I had to learn the hard way. But if you can only save a penny, at least you made a start. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. That goes without saying, doesn't it? Crime does not pay. Honesty's the best policy, it is. Crime does not pay. Now, so often a person gets sucked into that lifestyle because they get away with something and it seems easy And what it is, it's a trap. Crime does not pay. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Whatever it is, don't tell your boss off. Don't come against the government. Whatever. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Experience is the best teacher. We covered that a little while ago on a different little proverb. And it's the very, very best way to learn something is by going out and doing it. That's why they have apprenticeships and all this stuff, so you can learn and build a trade. Failing is to plan is planning to fail. Always have a plan. If you have to write it out on paper, you can adjust your plan, but have a plan. Goodness is better than beauty. This goes so far. Beauty fades. The beauty you should look for is inside. Now I know we're all attracted to physical beauty and all that stuff, and whatever it is, a person or a place or a thing, man, that car is beautiful. Goodness is better than beauty. Honesty is the best policy. Goes right along with crime never pays, doesn't it? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Never give up. Never ever give up. If you get knocked down, for Pete's sakes, man, get back up and try again and try again, try again. Life is what you make it. Isn't that the truth? We've all had ups and downs in life. Sometimes we get knocked down so hard you think that you'll never get up. Life is what you make it, though. You're free to stay down there. You are. But the view is better from up higher. Music has charms to soothe the savage beast. Music is almost magical. Music is almost heavenly. Music can soothe your soul. No man can serve two masters. This comes from the Bible. Don't try to serve two masters. Don't try to have two faces. Don't acknowledge that you have the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. Whatever one you choose to be on their side, knock the other one off. I pray that you keep that angel on your shoulder. Practice what you preach, no matter what it is. Don't be a hypocrite in anything you do. If you preach about eating healthy, don't be caught down at the McDonald's. I'm not saying McDonald's is unhealthy. I'm just saying that people that preach that stuff shouldn't eat there. Practice what you preach. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. This goes right along with never give up. No matter how dark it seems to be, no matter how it seems like you cannot overcome it. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Think about it. When the boss leaves the office, leaves the sales floor, is gone for the day, what happens? People goof off. You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Always be nice. Always be nice. You'll be amazed at the doors that'll open for you. And the last one, and this goes without saying, never trust a fart. Time goes by in a blink of an eye, so do your best to be kind. Everywhere you go, with everyone you meet. I'll be back next Wednesday. That's my plan. Thank you for riding along today. Peace out.